New video today. Let's talk about just the entire crypto market as a whole. Been trying to make these type of videos now, or I still will make videos specifically on cryptos individually, but I wanted to make kind of these overall market videos. I made one last video. People left some comments and you guys did like it, so I'm gonna do that again here. Just talking about the market. Again, hope everyone here is doing well. Let's get right into it though. Just looking at the overall market, Bitcoin at 104, almost 105. Ethereum is staying pretty steadily above 2,000, which is, in my opinion, at least good to see over the last week when we do look at the Ethereum chart. If this will load for me over the last month, was down here end of April, sub 1500, and has climbed back up and has been north of 2,000 really for the last almost 2 weeks, almost 2 full weeks now over the 2,000 price point, which is very bullish. When we talk about Ethereum and we talk about the majority, if not all, of the altcoins that I talk about on the channel, or at least that I'm holding, we're set on top of Ethereum. I think only like a couple. So one sits on Solana and then a couple on Base, obviously, but then Base positively correlates to Ethereum as well. So Ethereum up 56% over the last month is good to see. We're looking at altcoin season, $3.3 trillion market cap right now. Altcoin season index still 25 out of 100. Again, back in, I don't know when that was, maybe 6 months ago, this number was well over 50. I think it was like 51, 52. Fear and greed at 68, which is good to see. And then PTC dominance as well continues to be above 60, right? It's actually even higher than the last video. I think it was at 62 point something, and now it's at 63 flat. Which again, we need these levels to Bitcoin, at least this Bitcoin dominance to come down, in my opinion, at least below 60. Which again, if you look at kind of the Bitcoin dominance, and you look at, just say for example, last December, when a lot of cryptos were really ripping at that time, we saw Bitcoin dominance here at 55.9. And then like we talk about the fall of 2021, when we saw a lot of cryptos really ripping, you could see the Bitcoin dominance was down here, in under 50, right? Well under 45% actually. So when you take all that in consideration, we are not anywhere near still altcoin season, which tells me there is still a ton of opportunity here to DCA into projects you are bullish on. Essentially to continue to DCA into these projects that you are bullish on, at these levels at least, because obviously we're not going to get full altcoin season until Bitcoin dominance comes down and Ethereum price begins to really rip, at least back to where it has been previously. And we talk about all-time highs and things like that for Ethereum. Even just the $3,000, $3,500 mark would be exponentially bullish, in my opinion, for Ethereum. When we talk about even back in December, touching 4K pretty consistently. When we saw a lot of coins really ripping back in December. And then obviously we thought back in December, at this point in the market, we were expecting 2025, early 2025 to be super bullish. But then obviously the tariffs, Trump's meme coins and things like that put the market into, some turmoil, and now it's climbing back up. But nonetheless, just kind of give you an idea of where we're sitting at in regards to Ethereum and Bitcoin, how those coins are obviously deeply affecting the market. But talking about Turbo, right, just coins that I am bullish on, we talk about on the channel, doing well, staying pretty consistent over the last month. This is a great, extremely healthy looking month chart. It really hasn't, it's had some pullbacks here, but it has not crashed or anything or pulled back from when it actually has initially spiked. If we look at the last year, I mean, obviously it's not back to these levels, but it did climb, and it has stayed consistently at those levels really. And we're closing in on a month of north of 0.004 at least for Turbo token. Trading volume remains massive. I think it recently just cleared 55,000 holders. Let's just see. I'm pretty sure it's 55,000 holders, which again should surprise no one. Just gearing up, and 55,000, 57 holders for Turbo. I think should surprise no one at these levels at least. Trading volume continues to be massive as well. ARP Block ABT, obviously they dropped ArcSphere, caused, it did have an initial reaction in the price ripping, right? I think it dropped May 4th. At one point, ARP Block did jump to $1.37, and has consolidated, still hovering around the 95 cent mark. For me, I've remained bullish on ABT. It has become one of those ones that I'm not continuing to DCA in. I just have my bag, and I'm hoping for the best, just to be as transparent as possible. I think there's just other altcoins that I think will have better, or not more effective return, because I still think ABT will do well. But just the amount of coins essentially you can get putting $500 into Turbo, and then the multipliers you could potentially see versus ARP Block. Um, yeah, I'm still bullish on ARP Block. I still have my bag of ARP Block, but just to give you guys reference, 95 cents currently has stayed consistent, up 50% over the last month. I mean, this is a great, healthy looking month chart. Um, the year chart, however, for ARP Block looks obviously a lot different, down 78%, and obviously was north of, this time last year was pretty much at its all-time high. Again, literally a year ago today, ARC Block is at $4.33. So just to keep that in mind, a year ago today, it's at $4.33. Today, 95 cents. Kind of shows you how quickly things can change, really, across the board in this crypto market. ZBCN, another coin I do remain extremely bullish on. Last month chart looking very, very bullish. 002 up 100% over the last month. Again, payment, fintech, everything that they're kind of working on right now, I think is bullish long term. I think this is even a coin, to be honest, that could really rip next bull run, not or next altcoin season, not even this one. I mean, this one it could still do well, but I think the one after that is where I think it could go parabolic, in my opinion. Um, yeah, last month doing well, last 7 days still doing well at 28%. Should surprise no one if you've been following and looking at ZBCN for a while now. And then Onyx Coin, XCN, another one that I am bullish on as far as the definition of an altcoin. Um, the metrics are down, right? Trading volume's down, market cap's down. Obviously, price over the last month's only up 9%. Over the last year, it's up 880%, 881% to be specific. Back early through this year, actually, not even that long ago, was very close to 4 cents. Now sitting here very close to 2 cents. Again, Onyx Coin, just another one of those cryptos where the community is very strong, and if it just generates the right interest at the right time, I think it could really rip as well. And I'm still bullish on this coin this cycle. Some news. I will put a link to this article in the description. Bloomberg stablecoin bill advances in the U.S. Senate is a big win for crypto. I guess I'm not allowed to read this, but basically there was a crypto regulation bill with bipartisan support, and I guess it's been moving forward, and it pushed to pass an industry-friendly crypto legislation. Let's see if I can read this article at bare minimum here. The Senate voted Monday to advance landmark legislation with 16 Democrats siding with most Republicans on key procedural motion that could set the stage for the upper chamber to pass its first ever crypto regulatory haul. It voted 66-32. I'll put a link to this article in the description, but this is obviously great if you're holding altcoins, right? The trickle-down effect from news like this onto Ethereum, Bitcoin, and then onto altcoins is massive, I think, long term in the micro and in the macro. So again, that's good news. And then I think overall, right, when we're talking about this market, because when you look at those metrics that CoinMarketCap does offer as far as altcoin season, Bitcoin dominance, there is still time, in my opinion, right? I think there's a bunch of tariffs still out there with the United States, and those obviously deeply suppressing the market as well. So it does tell you that there is still time to be continuing to DCA, to be investing, to be getting positions that you do and are bullish on. So that's where we're at right now in the market. So again, let me know in the comments what you guys feel about the entire crypto market. Obviously, the coins I talk about on the channel. Please drop a like, hit that subscribe button, and as always, you guys have a great